Little Bear Loses the Sea. Written by Rebecca Benford and read by me, Karen Salter-Poole. Little Bear lives on a beach. Little Bear loves his beach, but most of all, Little Bear loves the sea. Every morning he jumps out of bed, runs across the soft sand and leaps into the waves with a big splash. He swims with the colourful fish, he dives with the friendly turtles, and he collects water in his little bucket. At the end of each day, the sea gives him one last playful wave and disappears into the distance. Little Bear walks sadly back to his little hut, climbs into his little bed and falls asleep, dreaming of the morning when the sea comes back to play all over again. And every day it did. Except that one day it didn't. Little Bear woke up, jumped out of bed, ran across the soft sand and leapt into the waves with a big thud. Ouch! Where were the waves? Where was the sea? All Little Bear could see was dry, yellow sand. Little Bear climbed onto the rocks and looked as far as he could into the distance, but he couldn't see his sea. Oh, how can I swim with the colourful fish, dive with the friendly turtles, or collect water in my little bucket? He thought. Little Bear went to look for his sea. He walked and walked, but all he could see was the dry, yellow sand. He walked and walked some more, but still he couldn't find the sea. He walked and walked until finally he came to a very high wall. It was made out of rocks, just like the ones on his beach. Little Bear climbed onto the wall and looked over the top. Down on the other side, he saw his sea. And in the sea, he saw a little brown bear just like himself. As Little Bear watched, he saw that Brown Bear was swimming with colourful fish, diving with friendly turtles, and collecting water in his little bucket. Brown Bear looked up and saw Little Bear. Little Bear said, I live on a beautiful beach and I love my sea. Every day I swim with colourful fish, dive with friendly turtles and collect water in my little bucket. At the end of the day it leaves me, but it always comes back next morning. Today my sea didn't come back. Brown Bear said, I live on a beautiful beach and I love my sea. Every day I jump out of bed, run across the soft sand and leap into the waves with a big splash. But at the end of every day it leaves me. So I built a wall to stop it going away. Now the sea can stay with me forever. Little Bear looked at Brown Bear. Brown Bear looked at Little Bear. "Having the sea all the time makes me happy," said Brown Bear. "But it's made you sad. I'm sorry, Little Bear." Then Brown Bear reached down, picked up a rock and threw it into the sea. He did the same with another, and then another. Little Bear reached down and picked up a rock, and together Little Bear and Brown Bear began to take down the wall. As they took away the stones, the sea began to flow through the wall. Little Bear watched as the glistening blue water covered the dry yellow sand, and his sea returned home. "Oh, now we can both be happy," said Brown Bear. Now, every morning, Little Bear jumps out of bed, runs across the soft sand, and leaps into the waves with a big splash. Then he swims with the colourful fish, dives with the friendly turtles, and collects water in his little bucket. In the evening, the sea gives him one last playful wave and disappears into the distance. But Little Bear doesn't mind, because he knows the sea will be back in the morning. Sometimes Little Bear stands on the rocks and watches as the sea gets further and further away. But sometimes he goes with it to play with his new friend, Brown Bear. The end.